Hello everyone, welcome back. My Jayendra Kumar. In this video, we're talking about the flowers. Basically, flowers are the reproductive unit of angiosperm. This is the reproductive unit of angiosperm. We know well about that. The male reproductive part, that is a anther, and the female reproductive part, that is a pistil, both are well developed in angiosperm. That's why we detail only about the flower, the reproductive unit of angiosperm. Angiosperm, the basic unit. That's mean is that the reproductive unit of angiosperm. The its mean is that the sexual reproduction in the flowering plant, the sexual reproduction in flowering plant. That's flowering plant. That is angiosperm. They are basically flowers have the four types of whorls. Four types of whorls. That what is the whorls? Basically, you know about that the stem, the flower is a modified shoot. Flower is basically modified shoot. That's mean is that flower is modified shoot. That shoot is basically a stem. The stem have basically four node. The flower, the important mark is here. The flower is a modified shoot. Modified shoot. What is shoot? Shoot is basically a branch of stem, or it is also a stem. This is the apex of any stem. There is an apex part that have basically four nodes: 1, 2, 3, and the 4. The each node are very close to each other. That's why internode in between these are so negligible. That's why outermost wall, that is we detail here, there is a four types of wall. The first is that the calyx, the second is corolla, and third is androecium, and last one is that gynoecium. Last one is that gynoecium. Basically, four types of whorls are present in flower that all together make a complete flower. Basically, the calyx is colored. Which type of color? That basically are green in nature. That's why they are photosynthetic in nature. The calyx, you know about that. The calyx have a unit. We detail in initial or video, and the corolla. The second one is corolla. The corolla is a colored. There is a different type of color, like as you see rose. Rose is basically different in color. The red, pink, the black and white and orange and yellow, different form of corolla. That is attract. That is attract insects or bees for pollination. And the both unit, that is androecium and gynoecium, are reproductive unit of angiosperm. These both are reproductive unit of angiosperm. Okay, so first here we detail about the all the four whorls are located on the thalamus. This is the NEET question in your medical exam. This question is asked from that all the four whorls are located where. So that's answer is that they will be located on a stalk or the pedicel. They will be located on a stalk or pedicel. This is stalk or pedicel. The stalk and pedicel are called as thalamus. The thalamus is question of your NEET exam. Now we detail about the flower. Basically, what is flower, you know about that. How to flower is originate in a different kind of plant. So first of all, I written here that the development, the flower is developed from floral bud, floral bud due to some plant hormone, some plant hormone. The plant hormone is name is that florism. Basically, this hormone is hypothetical. Hypothetical, that's mean that will be assumed by the, that is a hypothetical, that's mean this is the assumed by scientist. This is the hypothetical hormone. The scientist is assumed that this kind of hormone, that is a florism, that promote the flowering in plants, that will be helpful in the development of the flower bud. Basically, you initially know about that this is the shoot part, and this have the all the four walls in a closed shape, all are in look like this. But initially the florism is act on this bud, this is bud, and the florism hormone is act on this bud, then this bud is converted into a flower. That will be assumed by scientists, but this is the hypothetical, that's mean that will be assumed by scientists. So vegetative, this hormone is the vegetative shoot apex, the florism hormone that helpful for the vegetative shoot apex convert into the reproductive shoot apex. The reproductive shoot apex, that's mean that will be changed into a flower. So we say that the vegetative shoot are those shoot, those initially, that's a initially developing bud of flower. That's a tip of the plant, there's a basically have shoot apex. Basically, we detail about that the branches of stem in a inflorescence. We detail the in inflorescence. We detail that the branch of stem or stem that convert into the flower, that develop flower, that is called inflorescence. That's mean that will be a terminal in nature, or that will be an axillary in nature. The flower will be grow in terminal part, that is a branch that will be developed here, or this flower is also developed in axillary region like this. This is the terminal flower, and this is the axillary flower. Both flower is developed on the different location. But now we detail about the four wall in detail, that you know about that if this is the stem that have a branch, and that branch will be develop a different form of flowers. We take the single flower, that flower apex part will be represent a different four wall. The what is the different four wall? We detail here. The first part, this is the thalamus part. The thalamus part, actually we detail the four nodes will develop the four wall. Write it in your NCERT. There is a four node develop four wall. The first wall, that name is calyx. The first name is calyx. The outermost protecting part, that's a calyx. This is the green and photosynthetic in nature. Now second wall we detail about. That is corolla. Corolla is in different shape. Okay, we look like that. We draw look like that. So this is the corolla. I draw corolla in a red color. And the third one, the third internode, this is the second internode, this is the first internode, and this is the third internode that will be developed stamen. That stamen have two part, that is called anther. And the tip of this region, this is the fourth node, will develop the fourth wall. The fourth wall, that name is pistil. Now we return every and each important name and detail. The fourth wall, the first one is that calyx, and the second one is that corolla. These both are accessory part of flower. Now we know about that the calyx unit is sepals. What you understand by the calyx? Calyx is basically the multiple sepal are come together, that is called calyx. Now single, that is called sepals. Sepal is basically single, the one. The multiple, more than one together, that is called calyx. Now corolla, the corolla is called as a petal. Petals are different in color. These are unit. We written here that the unit of calyx and the unit of corolla. The unit of corolla, the single unit, basically single, the single corolla, that is called petal. If more than one is present, that is called corolla. Now same is calyx. Now this is anther. This is the male reproductive part. This is the male reproductive part. Now this is pistil. This is the female reproductive part. And this is the thalamus. Basically all these are located on the thalamus. This is thalamus. The thalamus is also called receptacle. The thalamus is also called as a receptacle. All the four wall are located on, or this is the anther. We written here that this is the anther, this is the pistil, but basically these are androecium and gynoecium. This is androecium and this is gynoecium. The unit of gynoecium is pistil, the unit of androecium, this is the anther. This is the simple form of flower. Now we detail the different form of flower that will be asked in your exam, in the many exam. So first of all, I detail here the anthrophore. We know about that the flower is a modified shoot part of in angiosperm. The first type I detail here, that is anthrophore. what is the mean of that? If calyx and corolla, the first part, that's a calyx, and the second part, that is called corolla, both are located far apart to each other, then this is called, and this is your gynoecium. Is the calyx and corolla, this is the calyx and this is corolla, both are located far apart to each other. That means their internode is long. The internode in between the calyx and corolla more develop, grow more. That is called yani. Basically, you know about that. The internode in between these four walls is negligible or short, very short. But here this internode grow normally. That means is that this internode have grow in the more grow in comparison to other internode. So the gap in between the calyx and corolla is more. That is called anthrophore. The example is that the first example, that is a silene. Now second example is that dianthus. Now second type is that these classification is based on the uh, internode in between the different type of walls. So on the basis of internode development, we classified into different category. So first of all, we detail here there is a anthophore. Now second is that androphore. Andro, that mean is a androecium. The development of which part you easily understand. The development of internode in between the endospore, uh, androecium, and the corolla. The calyx and the corolla. The calyx and corolla both have, but in between the corolla, and androecium, but in between the corolla and androecium, the internode is elongate more. That means is developed normally. Okay, so internode in between, this is the internode, ये internode है in between the two, that is a androecium, and this is your corolla. The internode develop normally develop. This is called androphore. The example is that passiflora. Now single example. Okay, now third type, that is called गाइनेंड्रोस्पोर, यानी जिसको गायनोफोर कहा जाता है. गाइनेंड्रोस्पोर नहीं बोलेंगे हम उसको, गाइनोफोर बोलेंगे. नाउ गाइनोफोर, दिस इज द बेसिकली ऑफ थर्ड टाइप. इफ द कैलिक्स, देयर इज ए gynophore, the development of internode in between the androecium and gynoecium, that is called gynophore. If calyx and corolla internode is normal, calyx and corolla internode are normal, and the internode in between the gynoecium, and the androecium, The internode grow normally. Internode here grow normally. This is called gynophore. Now example is that, now single example, that is a caparis. Okay, so basically I detail here the simple form of if internode of the forevolt is developed normally, then what is called, first you read here, that is a anthophore. Now second is called androphore, and third is called gynophore. Now single line you written your NCERT that thalamus is a modification of stem. Basically thalamus is a modification of stem. In our if we detail here the two form, lastly we detail that is a different form of anthophore. The normal development of internode in between the forevolt, then these will be condition will be developed. That's the first is anthophore. Now second is androphore, and third one is gynophore. The all these three, the 1, 2 and 3, all these are defined on the basis of internode in between the forevolt, that's the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. If the internode in between the calyx and corolla, in between the calyx and corolla develop normally, then this is called anthophore. If the internode in between the corolla and androecium develop normally, then this is called androphore. And if the internode in between the androecium and gynoecium is developed normally, then this is called gynophore. Now if both are come together, then what is this is called? So we detail if in a flower both, there is a endophore and gynophore are present, then what is called, if these both are present together, that this is called gyno androphore. Okay, remember it. Now example is Gynandropsis plant. This is an angiosperm, and if in a plant, if in any flower all four volts are present, then this is called complete flower. If any flower four volts, that is a calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium are present in a single flower, then this is called complete flower. This is called complete flower. If anyone is present, like as calyx is absent, or if androecium is absent, you know about the different type of plant that will be have a only androecium or gynoecium. So if anyone is present or anyone is absent in the different type of plant, then this condition is called incomplete flower. Incomplete flower. Now on the basis of bracket, if bracts are present in flower, then is called bracteate. We written here, if bracts are present, then present in flower. If bracts are present in flower, then this is called bracteate. Example is important because in your different family you read the Fabaceae, Solanaceae and Liliaceae, where the bracteate or unbracteate or ebracteate, that's mean unbracteate or ebracteate both are same, but if bracteate or ebracteate are differentiate, the important here, because example is asked, the bracteate are present in flower, that is called bracteate. The family's name is Fabaceae. This term is used for ACEAE, used for the family for plant. For plant ACE is used, and for animal is used. For animal family AE is used. And another example is that Liliaceae. Now, if bracts are absent in flower, then this is called ebracteate. For example, that is Cruciferaceae. Cruciferaceae. Now another example, that is Solanaceae. All the four examples are important for your exams. So you read all these are the bracts are present or bracts are absent. If you know about that, the female have a two reproductive unit and two accessory part. That is two different two accessory part and two reproductive part. The two accessory part, that is a calyx and corolla, and the two reproductive part, that is a androecium and gynoecium. If both necessary wall, okay, there is a necessary wall, there is a androecium and gynoecium, both are necessary wall are present, that we written here the both necessary wall, the necessary wall, the necessary wall are androecium and gynoecium. If both are present in a single plant, then these are called as a bisexual plant. Yeah, bisexual flower, or these are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite. You know about that. If in a single plant, this is a single plant that have the male reproductive unit, and this plant also have a female reproductive unit. Both, that means the male and female reproductive part are located on a single plant, and these single plant if located, then this is called bisexual flower. Okay, if single one is present, then it is called asexual. Oh sorry, unisexual, not asexual. If only one necessary wall, not accessory, this is the necessary, that's a necessary part, that's the androecium and gynoecium, then accessory is the calyx and corolla, that will be helpful, that's a helpful, that's a हिंदी में कहते हैं कि वो सहायक होते हैं दोनों के दोनों, और कुछ नहीं होता. Only one wall is present, then this is called unisexual flower. Okay, and another term is that if stamen are present, in flower, then it is called staminate. If stamen, there is a male reproductive part, there is a androecium, the androecium have a male reproductive part, that is called stamen, is present, then this is called staminate. In your NCERT this is given as an important mark, so mark as this is called staminate flower. That's in a many different type of flowers that will be have only male part, there is a male stamen, and another plant flower that have a only female reproductive part, that is a gynoecium, that is a pistil, that is called pistillate. Now another have, that is a carpel or pistil, both word is same, are present in any kind of single flower, then this is called pistillate flower. And what is called the sterile flower? What is called sterile stamen? The sterile stamen is called staminode. The staminode. Okay, so these are the important for your important term for your flower. So after it we detail the more detail about the different type of flower parts and different form of, that's a hypogynous, perigynous, epigynous, and the different form of flower, that will be actinomorphic, zygomorphic, that will be all will be detailed in our next video. So we finish about this video, but after it I detail about the unisexual and the bisexual. The example is the most important for your NEET exam. So you watch our next video, and thank you for watching video.